Hey, bdougie here, and I wanted to actually talk about pgvector. So pgvector is actually an amazing extension inside the Postgres ecosystem that adds vector search into an existing Postgres database or new Postgres database. But I was actually curious because I was looking at this data and I saw 60% of all the contributions that have made it to the default branch, the stuff that actually gets deployed into production, came from this one person. And I actually went and discovered that they were actually one of the co-founders for Neon Database. In the middle of like our announcement last week, I actually mentioned that in passing. It was like, oh, every time I talk about open source as a company, they're like, oh, what do you do with this? What's some insights? So I figured, let me just provide an insight. So I said, looking in the last 6 months, 60% of all contributions have come from the co-founder of Neon Database. I mentioned that because I ended up getting Harry also responding to that and saying that kind of doesn't really, it's a little misleading, which true. If I didn't add the last 6 months part, I think that would be very misleading on my part, which is why I wanted to emphasize that, but I think it was missed in this case. It looks like the Neon founder has done 0.0004% of all lines change. So, quite frankly, like Andrew's done the majority of the contributions. My point that I was making is that majority of the contributions that are being made in the last 6 months is this person. So, what the interesting thing is, hey, there's a story here, and I wonder what's happening with PG Vector. If you look at the data, it's being used by tons of projects, but what about moving forward? Is PG Vector a feature complete product? Are there no new contributions needed? That's the story I'm really curious about, and I'd love to talk with the PG Vector team, whoever's contributing, have them on the podcast. But I thought this was insightful, and I just wanted to have a response to this LinkedIn comment. I don't think looking at commits since inception is actually worth value. Let me know. What do you think about this? And do you use PG Vector? And do you know like how it's embedded, or if there's like another project everyone's using instead? All right, stay saucy.